This is the Danish contingent.
Nice to meet you. Danish. Pleasure.
Thank you.
I am Lars. My artist name is Chief. I'm a musician and a producer and a fan.
Oh, thank you. Is it you wrote the
Danish song?
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
So I'm one of 3 guys who wrote it.
Oh.
So
I hope you get lucky. Yeah.
yeah, you too.
Thank you.
So should we? Yeah.
Well,
sorry.
what makes the world go round.
Did you get that from?
Yes,
Elvis.
Elvis. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow. I was just while we were talking, I was like, no, that cannot be.
Yeah.
I mean, really, look at my goosebumps.
Ah.
Shit. But anyway, it's really an honor for me as a musician to meet someone like you.
Thank you.
They don't make them like this anymore. So I think you're like it's like iconic state, and the purpose of this interview is to show the people in my home country that you're a legend.
Thank you very much. Thank
And
you very much.
I was thinking about the way that I was saying that they don't make them like this anymore. Have you ever thought about why? Because you have a handful of you guys who are left because you have treating yourself in a good way, obviously, and I can see that.
Thank you.
But I'm thinking, as a musician, it's so rare that you meet someone who has so much integrity and feeling and voice and craftsmanship and showmanship and everything. I think it's
Well, you know, I had a very, very good beginning. You know, my entire career came up in the years of playing Las Vegas, and when there were the big names down there like Elvis and Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and Andy Williams and all these people that were there in the early days. And I was part of that, and I was very proud to be part of it. All that has gone really now because most of the legends of the past that were like the Sinatras are all.
They're like you and Tony Bennett and Tom Jones and this fantastic.
Well, I'm happy to be. People consider me as one of them. Thank you.
Yeah, but no problem. You are. But how do you see the music game today? I mean, the way compared to when you started, do you if you were young today and you were would you consider the music world today better, or you know what I mean? Because
I don't know whether it's better or what. You have to go along the way life is. And it's a computer world now. It's a downloads and with all these with the internet but when I was recording in the early days, when you made a hit record, you had to sell 1 million to become have a gold album, or you had to sell more to become a platinum album, 3 million or something like that. But now you get 50,000. You're in the charts, and
the music has moved to other places because people still love music. There will never come a day when people stop loving music.
Yeah, it's just that people used to go to the store and buy the single. They don't do that anymore.
And go with the headphones and listen to
I can remember when Release Me came out, and I was and it sold 80,000 in one day, and then 85,000 the next day, and 90,000 the next day.
And today it's like YouTube. Oh, there was 100,000 YouTube viewers today.
Yeah.
It was like, but it's totally different. Yeah, but still,
But you have to go along with the way life is, and it's a modern world, and it's a computer world. So we have to go along with the way it is.
Yeah, and finding our way into it.
Yeah.
And what speaking of the day Release Me, I'm thinking to myself, because I know a lot about, my favorite music is from the 60s and 70s. But how did you react when you got the news that you were like one of the first artists who beat the Beatles? And with that Strawberry Field Pale Lane song?
It caused history, actually.
Tell me about the day. Did you get a phone call or what?
It was a historical moment because it was going to be the Beatles' 13th #1.
Yeah.
And I was a big Beatles fan anyway, so... but it was going to be their 13th #1, and along came Release Me and stopped them from going to #1. And it's in the Guinness Book of Records, and it was in the charts for 56 weeks. And I'm really proud of the fact that I made a little bit of history because the Beatles were.
You should be. You should be. I mean, it was the strongest single to date.
Yeah.
I mean, a mega single, double single.
Yeah.
And you just but how did you get like a phone call? Someone said, "Well, you just beat the Beatles."
It was unbelievable. I just did one television Sunday night at the London Palladium, and it turned my life around.
Really?
Completely
The
turned
power
my
of TV back then
Yeah.
with Ed Sullivan shows and
yeah. I mean, it was #1 in England, then it went to America, and went to #1 in America, then it was #1 around the world. And of course it gave me a global career immediately, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I am so proud of being in this particular contest, because I have played some of the countries that are involved in the contest, and I'm sure that they've seen me on live shows, and I'm sure they've seen me on television shows that I've done, but and hope that they will remember my performances and perhaps,
the memories from your performances.
Yeah, and perhaps they will say, well, maybe we should vote for Engelbert.
Yeah. And I must say from my heart, as a music guy, I really like your song, because it's very humble and very real, and you can almost smell the wood from the song, if you know what I mean. It's very authentic. I
believe in simplicity, and I've always said that simplicity is the essence of success. And most of my songs have a simple base to it, you know, and I think it's easy for people to learn. It's easy on the mind, it's easy on the ear.
And feeling.
And these are the kind of songs that make posterity and go forever, ever and ever. And I'm very happy to be associated with a song well written.
Like so really some tough guys behind it, and you recorded in Nashville, and
Sasha Skarbek was one of the writers, and of course Martin Terefe, and who is a great musician himself, and a songwriter and a producer, and Sasha's an Ivor Novello award-winning writer, and they were all in the studio with me when I was recording, and I had direction from these great people, you know, and it was just wonderful. It's wonderful, and I hope the results are fruitful in this competition.
Sure. You cannot do anything else but just being you.
Yeah.
I mean, rest is history. Actually, one of our writing guys also won an Ivor Novello.
Oh yes, yes.
So but it was people didn't talk so much about it, but it's a big thing. I mean.
Oh yes, it is. It's huge.
It's like a UK Grammy.
Yes, it's unbelievable.
I have there was some a funny coincidence. If I mention Harry Webb and Farouk Falsara and you, all of you three guys have two things in common.
What's that?
Harry Webb.
Yeah.
Cliff Richard.
Yeah, Cliff. Yes, of course.
Farouk Falsara. Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
And you?
Yeah.
You both came from India?
We were all born in India, yeah.
And went to UK?
Yeah.
And got different stage names?
Yeah.
It was just something when I heard that I was talking to you, I was like, what is it about, you know, coming from India and going to UK and being massive stars? I mean,
I don't know.
That's really weird.
Being born there was a wonderful experience, you know, because as a child growing up in a tropical country, you know, and living in an area where the British soldiers were, and being raised amongst the military was
but your dad was
and but it's wonderful to know. I've been back actually. I went back about when the tsunami came along, and I did concerts to raise money for the tsunami. Yes, and it was just quite wonderful. I saw the house that I was born in, and it was a massive house.
What year were you when you went to UK?
Pardon me? I was 10 years old.
10 years. So so you still had all your childhood memories.
I could remember quite a lot of it, you know, and it was quite wonderful to go back and see it.
And giving something back also.
Yes,
so.
yes.
Are you? How are we? Two more questions. Okay. I just have like four singers, and I just want you to say something. I think we talked about it in the beginning, but if I mention Frankie, what's your
Pardon?
Frank Sinatra, what's like the first?
Well, you know, of course he was a legend of our times, and I met him.
Really?
Yes, I met him, and the only thing that Frank did that I didn't like, he took Strangers of the Night away from me.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
I was like, there was something about you.
Yeah, because Bert Camper wrote the song for me, and he wrote Spanish Eyes for me and Wonderland by Night. Wow. And I went back to London I was at his home in Spain, and he played them for me on the piano. And I went back to London, and I told Gordon Mills, my manager at the time, I said, I want to record these songs. And we went in and recorded them. And we finished the recording. And after we'd finished the recording, he said, you can't have Strangers in the Night. I said, why not? He said, Sinatra wants it. Ooh. and it went to #1.
And you can never discuss with the mob.
I,
But also, so you have a recording of that song somewhere?
you know what? I never ever heard. They took my recording and it disappeared.
Gosh.
I don't know where it is, you know.
It'd be
but
so great to hear it.
But I would love to hear what I did with it.
Yeah.
You know, and that was so many years ago, and I love the song. And Bert Kaempfert, of course, was a great writer.
Fantastic.
And I just wish that I still had that recording. I would release it today.
Yeah, it will be an asset to
Yeah.
music history. But I have to go. Tony Bennett.
Tony is a wonderful man. I've spent many hours with him in the early days. When I first went to America, I didn't have a home there, so I was staying at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and he was in the next bungalow to me, and we'd sit and chat and talk about things in the early days, and we've been out to dinner many times. But he is a legend too. You know.
Okay, because the last one, Liam Gallagher.
I did that.
I love that photo.
Did you like it?
Really, it made me laugh in a really heartfelt way.
But you know,
fantastic.
I think it's Liam that has this printed on his arm. He has a tattoo of it on his arm.
But you had the real stuff.
I got that. I got the real thing.
Okay, but was there any connection?
With me and Elvis?
No, with you and Liam Gallagher.
No. I
just
just something that they asked me to do, and I was very happy to do it.
It was great.
He's quite a character. He's quite a character, and well known.
Yeah. So and just the last question about the Eurovision. Do you see this as a promotion tool, a dream, or just a crazy idea for you?
No, I think this is an honor. More than anything, it's not a promotion. It's another. Although it has, you know, it does take your career into another level. Even if you don't win, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you know. But I am out there. I'm as a contestant, in competition, and I'm a racehorse, and I like to win.
I wish you all the best luck, and I love what you're doing musically for the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.